Hello, everybody. Welcome back to No Man's Land. We are here trying to make $10 million before FS25 comes out. So $10 million or FS25, whichever comes first. So we've got some things to do this morning. First thing we need to do is we need to set the time to 3. I usually have it set to 0 at the right before I start recording a video because I want to make sure, sometimes I don't remember exactly where I was when I left off, so I like to be able to kind of run around and see what needs to be done for the day and kind of make a plan for the video. Looks like our canola has germinated and it's growing really well. That's going to need to be fertilized today, I believe. Wait, did we mow that? I can't remember. Let's look. Okay, so the canola does not need to be fertilized. However, we have weeds and we need fertilizer in the sorghum field. So we're going to need a sprayer and we're going to need a fertilizer spreader. We should be able to do both of those easily as we made about $110,000 overnight. And that's just from these two guys right here. We're not selling any olives. We're not selling any sunflowers. That's all being made into oil and that's all going over here. The only thing we're automatically selling is mushrooms and flowers, and that made us 100 grand last night. So the very first thing we're going to do is make sure everything has enough water. If we run out of water, we run out of money. And this is something that the Steyr should be pretty good at. It doesn't require a lot of speed or horsepower. We'll probably also use the Steyr to spread some fertilizer later on too. If we're going to keep it, we need to use it. If we're not using it, we need to sell it, even though it's worth about $400. All right, this is going to take a while. I'll bring it back when I'm done. All right, that's full. So that should keep us going for another couple of months. At some point, we will be putting in another one of these open gardens. But right now, I don't think we have enough eggs to handle the additional sunflower oil. So I'm not going to put that in until we can get some more chickens. And I got to figure out how we're going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to add another pen or if I am going to just sell the chickens in the pen that we have and put in a larger one. Either way, I think is fine. We probably lose a little money by selling the chickens rather than getting a trailer and moving them, but ain't nobody got time to move chickens around. They cost about $6 a piece. So we're going to go ahead and expand the chickens and expand our sunflower operation. And of course, we're going to have an enormous amount of canola to make canola oil with. So we're going to need more eggs if we're going to keep up with our mayonnaise production. Also, at some point, I would really like to add a donut factory. I think that would be a great way to increase our bank account. And I think probably what we could do is we could buy this field and plant whatever area we can plant in it. It's got some trees on it there and there, but I think it has a whole lot of plantable area, and we could do something with which to make flour out of, and we could switch one of our open gardens to sugar beets and make sugar and make donuts. So we're not too far away from being able to make donuts, so that's a possibility, and we can make money much faster that way. So I think what I would like to do now is sell some mayonnaise, and as far as I know, I don't see anything, so I'm assuming that we do not have any sort of trailer with which to move pallets around. I don't think there's a trailer on the truck. I think we just don't have one. So I am going to have a trailer delivered. Let's see, what do we want? Something not terribly expensive. Oh, I know what we want for now. And it's down here in bale loaders. If you do not have this mod, download it. This is just a handy trailer at the price. You can carry quite a bit of stuff on it, and it costs almost nothing. $4,500. We're going to buy that. And we have 11,000 liters of mayonnaise. So I'm hoping that we get 2 crates of 5,000 liters each, and 1,000 liters stays in there, and that we don't get 11 pallets of mayonnaise. Let's see. Over here, 11,308 liters of mayonnaise. We're going to have it spawn. Oh, looks like we're going to get 11 pallets, so I hope they stack. So we should have 3 more coming. Yay, they stack. I will see you guys at the store. All right, we have ourselves a sell everything right here near the store, because the local store doesn't buy mayonnaise. And the sell point that comes with this is just a little too cheaty. $272,576,000. Okay, let's try that again. 276,000 and some change for mayonnaise. Nice. All right, so we have weeds in the sorghum, and they must die. So let's find ourselves a sprayer. Maybe there's one in the sale, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, some decent tractors in the sale. And a harvester. Not bad. Not bad capacity at all. And look at the price. We got to check that out. Oh, and a New Zealand flag. Oh, nice. Oh, Australia. I'm so sorry. It is not New Zealand. It's Australia. Flags. That's fun. Australia. Brazil. No. USA. USA. Canada. Australia. Brazil. No. I think we would have to go with no. There's a decent length pipe, and that one's foldable. I think that would probably do it. Although, if we went up in price, see if we got it to the highest horsepower possible, and we got it to the highest grain tank extension. $15,855. $119,000. Why not? See what kind of funky wheels we can put on it at a decent price. Tracks. Bigger tracks. All right, 440 horsepower, 15,855 liters. Are we going to need another one? 104. I got no choice. I have to. Then we're going to cheat a little on the header. Oh, no, we can't, because despite the fact that it shows that it's a John Deere header, it's in case colors. That's the free one. I like that one. Let's see. We might as well go all out John Deere 15.2 meters. Yeah, we're doing it. We're buying it. We're doing it. All right, we're going to sell that guy. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, we've got ourselves a new harvester. All I wanted was a sprayer. Isn't that the way it always happens? All right, we're going to pull this up over here. I'm not sure where the header went. Sometimes if there's not enough room, it'll just leave the header at the... Let's see if it left it at the shop. Yeah, it did. There it is. We're going to reset that. All right, now it should be here. Nice. Come on. Hook up. Nice. Lower it. Turn it on. I unfolded the tool, for crying out loud. What are you talking about? Yeah, that runs fine. No problems at all. Be even better when we increase the working speed to 42 miles an hour. Yep, that's going to work just fine. For $144,000. I'll take that any day of the week. All right, so now let's buy ourselves a sprayer. I got distracted. Was there even a sprayer in the sale? I don't think there was. Okay, good. 33 meters. So it looks like 33 is going to be about as good as it gets. Ooh, 40. Nice. How much does it cost at 40 meters? $86,000. Now that sounds like a lot. But we're going to have some big fields, especially if we add another one. And we might as well go all out if we're going to go to 30. You know, what the heck? Let's go for it. We got the money. We're going to make more money tomorrow. So let's spend it. Might as well go ahead and get 2 of these guys. That's not going to pull it, I don't think. We're going to need the bigger tractor. Wow. That's better. So I don't know, I guess I could have maybe done the fertilizer first. I don't know. I'm just going to put one of these in here for now because I don't, we may go ahead and do liquid fertilizer. I mean, if we've got a sprayer this big and our fields are going to be this big, course, you know, we can, for 30,000, we can get a sprayer that does 42 meters. So, yeah, it's not a huge expense. We get a good price on solid fertilizer, so that's not a huge expense. Yeah, I'm not as good with these trailed sprayers as I am with a 3-point mounted sprayer. That's pretty much true for everything. I always feel more comfortable with a 3-point mounted tool. Of course, I'm not sure there's any way to mount a 40-meter sprayer on the back of a tractor. I don't need to be spraying where I've already sprayed. That's kind of silly. Great working with. We need to increase the speed. Because I'm just greedy that way. Yeah, this should let us finish this field in no time at all. Well, you move just a little and the end of that arm moves a whole lot. But yeah, I've got to say 40 meters, that covers pretty good. Well, that made short work of this field, didn't it? Very nice. You might notice that the video looks a little different than it normally does. Whoops. What I get for trying to talk and drive at the same time. Let's see if I can cheat and just do this. Yes. Yeah, as I was saying, you might notice that the video looks a little different, and I'm not the only one that had this issue, but NVIDIA released a driver yesterday, and I woke up and turned on my computer, and GeForce Experience told me that there was a new driver and I should download it, so I downloaded it and installed it, and it completely borked Farming Simulator 22. It crashed at 21% or 25%, and it didn't matter what maps I was trying to load. And I have a little project I'm doing, so I was trying to load up a bunch of blank template mats that I had downloaded, and so I thought it was just those maps. So then I went in and tried to start this save, and it wouldn't open. And so I started doing research, and then I spent hours going down a couple of rabbit holes until I finally figured out that I just needed to roll back the drivers and everything's working fine now. But in the process, I removed all of my settings from Farming Simulator in an attempt to get it to move because the game would start and then I'd tried to load a save and it would crash at 21% or 25%. So yesterday was interesting, but we have Farming Simulator back and that's a good thing. And it looks nice and that's also a good thing. But there are some settings that I need to change back, such as the draw distance. It's for some reason it's drawing in foliage. I was traveling to the store and it was drawing in foliage as I went along, and it doesn't normally do that. So I need to check my settings, but if you notice anything different, that's why. So let's get a fertilizer spreader and let's make sure that that field is completely fertilized. And of course, we're going to go with the fertilizer spreader we always go with, which is the Kubota. And we're going to have no decals. We're going to set it to XL capacity, which is 10,000 liters of solid fertilizer for $29,000, a bargain. It really is a bargain. You can afford that even with a tiny farm. And if you use that on tiny farm maps, you can fertilize a couple of fields in one pass. On one of those Polish maps where the fields are very long and skinny, you just drive right between them. And we have this pack, which allows us to buy fertilizer at a really good price. So we'll buy a couple of those and we'll fill it up completely. And that'll last us for a while. So let's load that up. And I think I'm going to have a worker do this because I can't see where I've been on that sorghum field. Some fields you can, some fields you can't. Sorghum is hard. It's just hard to see. But the worker can see. I don't know how. Actually, we'll go ahead and fertilize this bit right here. What Daggerwin would call an awkward bit. All right, I'm going to go now over to this corner and start a worker. Well, I had to take over for the worker again. I'm not sure what's going on in their programming that tells them that they need to back down the field the entire way. How that's the appropriate next course of action for the job that they're performing. I'm not sure how that happens. But hopefully, those kinds of problems will be fixed in FS25. That's one of the selling points, is that the AI is better, so I got my fingers crossed. Let's see how we did. Oh, is it just still going to tell me that there's weeds, but now they're dead? Okay. So I'm just going to have to assume that we're fully fertilized. Yeah, it says 100% fertilized, 88% bonus. It's like we missed some weeds maybe, but not too many. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So that field is complete until it's time to harvest it. All right, the last thing I want to do today is address our living situation and our storage situation. Our yard is an absolute mess. We have stuff strewn everywhere. And, you know, you guys have seen the inside of this house. It's no picnic living there. This storage just, it doesn't make any sense. You can't get all the way through it. So you've got this one cavernous kind of building thing that really doesn't do a whole lot for you. You've got to constantly move stuff in and out of the way to make it work. So all of this is going to go. All of these matchstick trees right here is going to go. And all of these matchstick trees over here are going to go. As I've said before, they're really not worth anything. So we're just going to delete them. I don't know if I have delete objects turned on. I don't think I do, so we're going to turn those on. And we're going to get rid of the little matchstick trees. I am not going to waste a full-size spruce. They're worth far too much money to throw them away. But these guys are worth about $100 a piece, so we're not going to waste our time with them. Plus, when it's time to actually harvest the larger trees, these little trees make it more difficult. I may have just deleted something I didn't intend to delete. Okay, I didn't. Sometimes there's stuff hiding behind the things that you want to delete, and you delete them. I've deleted my tractor before trying to get rid of a tree. That's not a good thing. Of course, if you're deleting things, you have Easy Development Mod, which makes it fairly easy to fix any issues that you may encounter. I know there are a lot of people who love their consoles, but if you are a great lover of Farming Simulator, I highly suggest you play it on a PC. You can just create a lot more scenarios for yourself. You can make things more interesting for yourself more easily. You can download any mod that you care to use, not just the ones that Giants has given you to use. So, you know, there are a lot of good reasons to play on a PC. And if you really love this game, I highly suggest that you do that. All right, one more of these guys, I think. Yeah, those other ones are pretty much out of the way. And maybe this one. All right, now the next thing I want to do is take care of all these buildings and the fence. It all has to go. Demolish. Is it going to charge us to get rid of the fence? You gotta love Alien Gym. I think when Western Wilds came out, everybody kind of expected it to be more like No Man's Land and him to just give you things that are worn out. And instead, he charged people to tear things down. Yeah, $0. Okay, we can do that. Let's get rid of that. And the outhouse has got to go. Excellent. Rid of the rest of this fence. And I think all of the sheds that I want to use we can put in front of this last row of trees here, even though the fence is behind some of these trees. There. I think that's the last of the fence. And now we have all of this area to play with. Where does the shed go? That's the question. And what shed do we want to use? That is another good question. I think the answer for me right now as to what shed is going to be, and I've used this a lot lately, but it's just a great shed at a great price and it looks good. Actually, I think this one's a little bit bigger. It goes really well with the map, I think. So I don't think we're going to end up using that space back there, so this can go here. Hopefully we don't have any branches sticking through. Yeah, we do. So at some point I will cut down those 2 trees. Yeah, I got 2 trees sticking through. It's okay. We'll cut them down. We'll make some money on them. That's the way we roll. All right, so let's go ahead and put ourselves a little yard out here in front. And we'll just do dirt. And I think for now, that may be enough shed. Although we have a little money, I may go ahead and go put this in. Because I think eventually we're going to have more tools. So let's go ahead and put in, if I can find it quickly. Not, wait, maybe it is. Let's see, does that fit? The header doesn't fit. Don't know that the header's going to fit on any of them. Let's see. I think they're just longer, not necessarily wider. Although, it does seem a little wider. Yeah, that's not going to fit. So we'll go with the small one, and the header can stick out. It's fine. It's better than having the header stick out over there by the rest of what we're storing. It's better if it sticks out over here. There. And we probably got some branches sticking through that one too. Yep, so we've got 3 trees to sell. Not an issue. All right, and I think we have enough storage now. So let me get everything put in it, and I'll bring you back when it all looks nice. So I got everything put away, and here's the result. Farm is looking good. We are growing. Harvester fit in there real nice. Header is back far out of the way, so we can still get through here to our other fields. It's a pretty good layout, and I think kind of right here is naturally where our farmhouse needs to go. So let's pick a farmhouse. Thank you, autosave. All right, let's pick something reasonably priced since we only have $64,000 left. And I also like something, and I know people will disagree with this, but I like something that I don't have to go inside. Going inside really makes things, it just overly complicates things. I know it's cool and everything that you get to go inside the house, but boy, it just makes sleeping complicated. So we don't want to complicate sleeping. That one you have to go inside. That's no man's land. We just tore that one down. So does it have the sleep trigger on the outside? Yeah, but it looks too European. And I know we're probably in Europe, but that one kind of fits a little better. It's got some stuff laying around. It's reasonably priced. So yeah, that one feels good. Let's go with it. And that's where we live. Let's do a little landscaping around our house here real quick. Some plants. And we should probably actually paint some actual grass underneath it so it looks pretty. There we go. Like we meant it. Nice little yard area here. All the way out to here and get rid of all of that scrub brush. Now we'll put some grass back in there. In the back. And then the last thing is a little access way. Got to be able to get to the house. And there you go. And I think that is going to be the end of a very productive March. And I think it's also going to be the end of this episode. If you like this video, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you did not like this video, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.